Today I'm going to be hilling potatoes. This is what a potato looks like when it first sprouts. When the potato plant gets about this size, which is 6 inches or more, that's when you want to start to hill it or earth up around it, because the potatoes are roots and you want the plant to create more roots. So we're gonna mound up around this plant. I'm using some partially composted leaves to hill up around these. It prevents the potatoes from coming out of the ground or out of the mulch and it getting exposed to the sunlight, because they turn green and they can get semi-poisonous, which you don't want. This is a process that you're gonna repeat a few times over the course of the season, because the potatoes will continue to grow. The greenery is really not what we want. We want the potatoes, which are the roots. You can see the completed row here. You want to leave at least 2 inches of plant above the hill. This one's a little bit more because it's higher up than this, and if I cover this one higher, it's gonna cover this guy down below. So it's gonna vary a little bit, but you just want to make sure you leave at least 2 inches approximately of plant outside of the mulch. The traditional method for hilling up potatoes is done with a hoe. Just move the earth from the outside up onto the plant, creating the hill that way. That's typically how it's done. I do it differently because I use leaves when I grow my potatoes, and I plant my potatoes above ground instead of underground. And if you didn't see my video, I will link to it at the end where I show how I plant these. I just wanted to show you the traditional method just so you know there's multiple ways of doing it. You can pull up the earth from the side. These plants are pretty tall, so I'm still gonna grab some mulch and dump that on these and really mulch it up as high as I can. More leaves, partially composted. There's even some pine needles in here.
It's like you're tucking it in.
Tucking it into bed, yep.
Sleep tight, potatoes. They look all cozy.
Yep. And this will also conserve moisture. Mulch is great for that. Try to mulch all my plants. And again, these potatoes are gonna keep growing, so I'm probably gonna have to add more mulch later in the season.
That's a pretty big hill, John.
Yep, I think that's good enough for now. That's hilling potatoes.